you can make the sphere and then hold it up to make a low squatty shape. Exactly. Or you can hold it down or spin to make a tall, thin shape. Exactly. Right. So, like I said before, they do that. They do that for big-ish pieces. So here's a full 2 gathers. I'm going to do this as quickly as we can. 2 gathers, more glass. These processes are a bit slower. I'll go as quickly as I can. It won't take long. In fact, I'll put the piece back in the furnace. Lower than that.
break-off point for something bigger is helpful. Ask you to open the left door, please. Open the left door. Yeah, that's what it is. Now this is the way when he doors.
Doesn't it look like a glass blower?
Now, those things weren't particularly
effective. It should be much more oblique than this. Hopefully, plenty outweighs it. So that's it. That's the one button. So now I can get behind the door and get the shoulder a little hotter. When I hold it up, it'll have a little bit more effect. See, that's better. Nothing like getting behind the door. Cut the end behind the door. Pointed down about 5 or 10 degrees so that it's
Around the rail or on?
so that it's broad, yeah. Even more pointed. That's it. Turn. Stay on there. Thanks. Now that should be very light, so if I were to let go, drop away. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Bigger and thicker is way easier than smaller and thinner. Way easier. You're really good at thin things, goblets, tumblers, and so forth. You won't have any problem with big stuff. You won't have any problem. I'll do a folded lip on this. So let's make a plate. I'll make a folded plate. Not quite hot enough. Heating a little deeper this time in preparation for the Soviet. That's it. The first time I use the Sovieta is always after a fresh reheat. That's because the lower shoulder of an object down there, it cools rather quickly because it's relatively thin to the rim. That is thin relative to the rim. So if you use the Sovieta after you've done all that opening, the only thing that's going to blow out is the very top. It's the only thing left in the sauce. You don't want that to happen. You want to blow out the lower shoulder first. So you reheat to soften the lower shoulder. And then the first thing you expect to inflate when you use the Sovieta is the lower shoulder. Watch. I want that part way down there to inflate now. Now I can even blow again because that upper part is still soft. It doesn't inflate much, but it inflates a little bit. This is a short thing, so even now, though I'm heating the rim, the hunting is so close to the inside, it's getting plenty of heat, so I don't actually need to flash. Now I'll do now an inner fold is easy. You've all seen an inner fold, right? Oh, I got it right. A platter is better with an outer fold. It's more trouble. But with a platter, if you do the outer fold, the groove is on the lower side. You know, it's on the bottom edge, and it's not as likely to trap dust in the front. So platters very often have an outer fold. It's more trouble. It's a lot more trouble. It's more difficult, but it makes a better effect. So for an outer fold, you do an acute flare. You make the groove deeper, like that, and then you push the two together. You make sure that that closes up. Because if it doesn't close, you're doomed. Now, I don't think it closed up all the way, so I'm going to go back and squeeze it more. Only time I ever bother with an outer fold is for a plate or a platter. There it goes. So I'm going to get on it this way, squeeze them together to make sure that that touches all the way to the edge. It's kind of pretty like it is. It's very common growing form. Faster to let centrifugal force help me. You don't have to do it 1 or 2 repeats, creep up on it, do it incrementally. Nice bowl for a really large dog. For a dog that is a bowl, right? Really big pooch. What's that?
Is that
Right size. Now I want this platter to open up all the way to the bottom, you know? I don't want a deep cavity in there. So it's very important to soften it all the way to the bottom. So I'm going to do it I'm going to give it a heat treatment to make sure that it's hot all the way down there. Stay supported, and then you can adjust the angle any way you want just by doing that. The angle of this thing, and that's the size.